Hello, Mr. Roberts and class. This is the production of lefse. So right now we have baked a potato at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about an hour maybe. I just want to make sure it's nice and tender. So as we can see here, if I take this knife and it goes in nice, that's how we know this potato is ready to be gutted. Hello. Now that we're more prepared, I'm going to start scooping the insides of this potato into the bowl to start our dough. Now that we have successfully peeled and skinned the potato, I'm now going to begin to mash the potatoes. Now that we have smoothed out and mashed our potatoes successfully, we're going to add half a tablespoon of some nice unsalted butter. Add that. And we're just going to mix this up until it's no longer visible in the mashed potatoes. Just want to make sure it is nice and mixed in there. Now that we have successfully mixed the butter in with the potatoes, this recipe that we're going by calls for heavy cream, although you can use milk. What we're using here is 2% partly skimmed. It may be different depending on what you use, although you could use both. Then we're gonna add some sugar. These are quarter teaspoons, or half teaspoons, I apologize. I'm gonna get in that salt. And we're just gonna mix until you can't even tell we've added anything. After you've successfully kneaded and compressed your dough to a nice little ball right there, you want to saran wrap it so it can stay nice. And you're gonna wanna put that in the fridge. Find space. We're gonna put that in there. I've finished and it has been refrigerated. You're gonna wanna take this out of the plastic wrap and then you're gonna divide it into 8 equal portions. After that, you're gonna wanna get flour on this cloth here and then you're gonna get flour on those portions. Now that this has been refrigerated for 2 hours at least, we're going to remove the plastic wrap and we're gonna take some all-purpose flour, 1 cup of it, and we're just gonna add a pinch. After we've done that, we're gonna mix it around and then we're gonna mix the flour in, add it little by little until we will be able to knead it by hand. Now that you've rolled your potato successfully into a dough with your flour, you're gonna wanna wrap it up in some plastic wrap. And then you're gonna keep it in the fridge for about an hour or longer, depending on how big your potato is and how warm it is when you take it out. Now that you've divided up your dough into 8 equal pieces, you're gonna wanna take some flour and you are going to just dust them all. You're gonna wanna make sure they're not as sticky as they were when they come out of the fridge. So about there. Now that you have floured your dough, you are going to set this up there and you are going to heavily dust your tea towel or your cloth, whichever. You're gonna spread your flour along there. You're gonna grab one of your dough pieces and you're going to roll. Now that you've rolled out your first little piece of dough, you're going to want to roll that onto your hands. You're going to take that over to your pan, which will be lightly buttered in advance, alongside it with being at medium heat. And then we're going to grab a fork and we're going to start poking it. That way it doesn't balloon up like a pita. So, got a couple good stabs in there. And then in 2 to 3 minutes, we should see some browning on this side. And then we're gonna flip it. It's been 3 minutes since it's been on the stove. We're going to give it a check. Ooh, that looks perfect. So we're gonna flip that. We're gonna wait another 3 minutes until that is ready to roll. Now that we have given it a couple minutes on either side, we're going to lift this over here. And then we're going to add some butter on here. A bit too much, also a bit too much, oh my goodness. Oh, look at that, our butter's melting up nice. Yum, yum. And put that on here. I'm going to sprinkle a bit of sugar and cinnamon mixed together. Depending on your how much sugar you like. Could vary. More? Okay. My paw here behind the camera says more. This is the first lefse. Oh, no, shoot. This is the first lefse. While this may not be the traditional style of making lefse, I think this turned out amazing. Now, what some people do, if they want to make it professionally, is they would usually have a lefse pad, a lefse stick, and a serrated rolling, not serrated, pardon me, corrugated rolling pin. But you could just use what we showed and they will still turn out beautiful and yummy.